welcome back. So in my earlier video, you saw that I made a pastry dough. So what I'm going to do to go along with that is a pastry cream. A lot of times when you find tarts or, well actually yeah, tarts really with the pastry dough. But you find pastry cream in like Boston or eclairs, oh my god, or oh my gosh, donuts. That's that keto thing kicking in because I can't ever eat. Give me 1 second. So we're gonna turn the stove on to medium high. We're gonna take 2.5 cups. This is 3 cups of whole milk, but we're gonna use 2.5 for right now. Now, usually it's supposed to be in a medium saucepan. This is my favorite pot to make a pastry cream in. It gives me a little bit of room. And here we go. And then we're gonna go a little bit more. There we go. 2.5 cups. We're gonna use 1/2 cup of sugar. Ooh, be careful. Now, if you want to measure all this stuff out before you starting, I would suggest that. It just makes it easier to get everything correctly. And then we're gonna do 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna go ahead and whisk that and get it simmering. Now, while we're waiting for that to simmer, I'm gonna start on the egg portion. So what you're gonna do is you're going to use 4 egg yolks. So you're gonna, this is always my favorite way to get the egg yolk out without any whites. So 4 egg yolks, that's 1. That's 2. Now there's easier ways, well, I don't think there's easier ways to get egg yolks out. There's different ways, so however you like to extract your egg yolks, by all means. I've used this method and then also like the water bottle, which I think is kind of easy too, but this is just like straightforward. Now I don't suggest you wasting the egg white if you can use it for something else. Unfortunately, I am going away and out of town, so I don't have time to reuse those egg yolks before they go bad. So I am just throwing them away. But if you can reuse them, you know, want to make a meringue. Oh, I almost lost that one. I don't know if you saw. We almost had a fallen. Ah! I'm having slippery fingers today. It's probably all the eggs that are on my fingers. All right, so we have 4 egg yolks. Now I'm gonna rinse my hands. And I'm gonna give the milk and sugar mixture a quick stir. It hasn't heated up yet, so we're good. Now, with the egg yolks, we're gonna use 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Now, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and toss that in. And then along with that 1/4 cup of cornstarch, we're going to take a tablespoon of, I guess I need to get my flour, huh? Ready? Sorry. I don't know why I put the flour in such high places, because I'm not that tall. So we're gonna use a tablespoon of flour, and we're just gonna whisk this together and get it nice and combined until it's light yellow. And then we're also going to add the other 1/2 cup of milk. I almost forgot that part just now. I was like, why are my eggs getting so clumpy? It's because I forgot the milk. So here we go, get it all mixed up. You want to make sure it's real smooth. Ooh, it's messy. You don't want any clumps in this because then it's going to make a clumpy pastry cream, and that is the last thing you want. I am going to strain my pastry cream out so that we can make sure that there are no lumps. But just so that you don't have to waste any product, make sure you mix this. I am making a mess today. I mean, I'm a mess every day, but I was trying to be a little bit more clean for you guys. I feel like you deserve the best. All right. So once that's combined, you see how it gets like a light yellow? It's nice and frothy. And again, if you want to use your KitchenAid, that's absolutely fine, or your stand mixer, that's absolutely fine. This is just the more traditional way. All right. So now that that's done, what we're going to do, I'm going to rinse this off. Make sure all the eggs are off of it. You don't want any scrambled eggs in your pastry cream. And I'm just going to sit and stir my milk mixture. Now it's coming to the point that you can start smelling it. You just want to make sure that you don't want it boiling. You want it simmering. Excuse me, Bubby. The dogs know. I'm telling you, the dogs know when good stuff is coming out of the kitchen. You just want a light simmer. And what we're going to do in a second, excuse me, is start tempering the egg mixture. So when you temper the egg mixture, that means that you're adding hot liquid into the eggs slowly so that we don't scramble the eggs. Because we want a very smooth pastry cream. Now, if you have, I have thermometers somewhere. I have a sugar thermometer. I would normally use this just to make sure it doesn't get too high. But you can tell the bubbles start to form at the top. I'm gonna take a little bit. I just wanted to feel it a little. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, while that's sitting, I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna take about a half a cup. I'm gonna put it in the right hand first, and I'm just gonna whisk vigorously and incorporate it into the egg mixture. And we're gonna take another half a cup and do the same thing. All right. So you can tell. Look, see. There we go. Now I just want to make sure it's warm. It's still a little bit cool, so I'm gonna add a little more milk. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain the mixture into the milk to get it all working together. But I'm still going to continue whisking at the same time. So I'm going to stick the strainer on here. Well, I'm going to whisk after. I'm going to go ahead and pour this through. I got all the clumps out. I'm gonna add that to there, and then I'm just gonna mix it up. Now this one, you want this to get to about 165 degrees. And you're gonna Just whisk it until it thickens. I like to take a spatula when I think it's starting to get thick, and just, if it coats the spatula, then I know that I am at a good point, and then I'll transfer it over to a glass bowl and let it sit. And if you see, it's starting to thicken up. Oh, it's getting real good. Yeah. Let's see if I can get my thermometer out. Up. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because we do not want it to boil. All right, it looks like it's about right. I see it getting up to 150, 160. Ooh! Then you have stuff like that happen where you lose the thermometer in the pastry cream. Boy, I'll tell you. That never happened to me when people weren't watching, I can tell you that. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna fish the pastry cream out. I'll be right back, okay guys?